Hi Emma.
Hello.
You alright?
Yes.
This is the first magic trick you've ever seen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you've seen a few. Have a look at this little book here. It is the Collins Gem Book of Quotations. There are over 500 pages in this book, and you'll see that each of the quotations are numbered. Do you see them numbered down the side?
Yeah.
8, there's 11 on this page. There's approximately 10 per page. Now, while there's 500 pages, the last 180 odd are actually used up in the index. So there's actually just over 300 pages of quotes.
Yeah.
Now with that in mind, I'm going to ask you to choose a quote from inside here, but I want you to choose it in a random way. But the first part is going to be absolutely your choice. We're dealing with roughly 300 pages, so I want you to tell me, do you want to use 0 to 100, 100 to 200, or 200 to 300? It's up to you, completely your choice.
200 to 300.
The third part of the book, 200 to 300. That's fine, so your number is going to be 200 and something.
Yeah.
Right, but 200 and what? Well, it may be that I know your date of birth or something, and I could ask you that, and then I would sort of know that. Or maybe I know your door number, and that's just getting creepy now, and like a stalker, right? So I don't know any of that stuff, obviously. So what I want you to do instead is to generate the number in a random way. So I'm going to give you some dice. Oh, it's a big one. Some dice, okay? Now what I want you to do is to roll these dice. Now if you roll them one at a time, you'll see that they're all genuine, and
Yeah.
they're different sizes and different colours, but they do roll different numbers, right? Yeah, you should give it a try, and I'll just make my word. There you go. So you're going to roll these 3 dice, and we're going to make the second 2 digits of the number up, right? So it's going to be 200 and something. All right,
Yeah.
but it's up to you. But wait, there's one further choice. There's one further choice, because I've also got a 4th dice, and I've also got a 5th dice. Now it's completely up to you whether you use 3 dice, 4 dice, or 5. Completely your choice, up to you. 3, 4, or 5.
Oh, okay.
How many?
3.
3, and you can choose any 3 you like. Those 3?
Yeah.
Definitely. So we'll get rid of them. So you're going to roll 3 dice. You could have rolled 4, or you could have rolled 5, and you can roll them one at a time. And whichever number we get, we're going to get 200 and something. So the next one. Oh, we nearly lost that one. And one more. But now, I'll give you another option. Do you want to change any of these? Any numbers you don't like, you want to roll them again?
No, that's
No,
fine.
you're absolutely sure. And we're absolutely certain that you rolled these numbers, and that is a random number.
Yeah.
So if we say 205 plus 3 is 208 plus 1 is 209.
Yeah.
That's a random number, isn't it? Because you decided between 0 and 100, or 100 and 200, or 200 and 300. You chose to go 200 and 300, then we added 201, 204, 209. Is that fair?
Yeah.
But the problem is I can see these numbers, can't I? So what we'll do is we'll also add on, if you've got your calculator there, put in 209. Now there are numbers on these dice that I can't see, and I'm going to show you them, and I want you to add them. So plus this number. Yeah? And then plus this number. Okay? And then finally plus this number. And whatever it equals, that's your new page number.
Yeah.
Have you got a page number?
Yeah.
Good stuff. What I want you to do is to pick up that book. You can turn the calculator over now. You've got the page number, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Pick up the book and run through to that page. And let me know when you're there. I want to see. What I'm going to try and do is make some notes.
Yeah.
Yeah? Now, on the page there is a list of quotes, and they're numbered.
Yeah.
Yeah? So what I want you to do is look at your page number again. Yeah, take the last 2 digits. So it's 200, and then there's 2 numbers more,
Yeah.
Add them together. Can you do that now?
Yeah.
So whichever number that is, that's the number of the quote you look at on the page.
Okay.
Are you looking at that number quote on the page?
Yeah.
Now what I want you to do is read that quote to yourself. Now I'll be honest with you, some of these quotes are a bit weird. They're a bit old and weird. But what I want you to do is to try and form any sort of image. And I want to turn completely away while you do this, all right? Have a look at it, read it to yourself, and try and get some sort of main image formed in your mind. Have you done that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what I want you to do now is to close the book. Alright?
Mhm.
And put it down. Now, so right now you're thinking of how many dice did you use? 3, and you chose to use the second part of the book. And now you're thinking of a quote that somebody's written in that book. And is there a main sort of theme that you can focus on?
Yeah.
Something you can sort of focus on, right? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can get, the first thing I get right away is this. And then it feels like an animal. Is there an animal involved? Yeah, I can see it now. It's not a dog or a cat, but it's like that. And did you happen to get the name of the author, the person that wrote it? Did you catch it?
I think so.
Okay, I think it began with a C. I think I know what this is, right? And there's also a very strong image of this. So here's what I've got. And based on what I've picked up, I think I know which quote you read, but I don't know. What I've got is a very strong sense of Christmas. Does that make sense right away? Does that make sense to you? It does? It does?
Yeah.
And there was an animal, and the animal is a mouse. That was really clear because you saw it very small, right? And then I got this second, the word house, and it's a poem of some sort. I started to realise a Christmas mouse and house, and then I clearly saw the name Clement Moore, which means that the quote that you read randomly after rolling these dice and deciding which portion of the book was the famous quote about it was the night before Christmas and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Is that what you read by Clement Moore? Is that what you got? I think we'll call that a success. Well done.